Hi, so today we're going to be making a peanut butter mousse. It's going to be put into a oven baked wonton cup, and we're going to do a grape jelly drizzle. So we're going to start with the mousse, and that's going to be basically we're going to take a cup of heavy cream. We're going to put that into our bowl. And we're going to whip that up till soft heat. Now that that's whipped up, we're going to actually put that into a small bowl and put it in the refrigerator until we need it again for the rest of the recipe. Okay, now we're going to take a 8-ounce brick of cream cheese softened. Open that up. I'm going to put that into our mixing bowl. Okay. It's going to be this hard. There we go. So we're going to put that in. And then we're actually going to have our peanut butter and our vanilla added. Peanut butter is going to be a cup of creamy peanut butter and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to mix that up. Now that that's mixed, we're going to add in our powdered sugar, which is going to be a cup of powdered sugar. Now we're going to add in the 2 tablespoons of milk. Set the mixer aside, and I'm going to actually grab the cream, or the whipped cream out of the fridge, and we're going to fold that into the peanut butter mixture. Okay, now we're basically going to take the whipped cream we had earlier, that we just made, and pulled it out of the fridge, and we're going to fold it into the peanut butter mixture. I'm just going to kind of gently back and forth fold it, scraping around the edge of the bowl so we can get that all incorporated. Now that we've incorporated the whipping cream to the mousse, we're going to go through and put it into some containers in order to refrigerate it overnight. Okay, we're going to do the wonton cups that are going to be used with our peanut butter mousse and the grape drizzle. We're going to start out by preheating the oven to 360 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we need to actually oil our mini muffin tin, and we need to cut our wonton skins into a circular shape as large as the wonton wrapper will allow. And we're going to cut it in the circle, that way the corners don't burn. If we were just to try to put it in the muffin tin and then cook it, the tips or the corners could possibly burn, and that would kind of distract or take away from the actual overall dessert. So we're going to start by I've already preheated the oven. We're actually going to do our oil the pan now. So you're just basically going to take a neutral flavored oil. This is a vegetable oil, because you don't want anything that's going to really affect the flavor of it. We're just going to run it around in each well. And that way we can pull those out nice and easy at the end. Plus also the oil should help crisp it up. And then these can actually be used for a multitude of different fillings. I actually have several in mind, and I'm sure that everybody can come up with something different that they want to put in there. You can do sweet, which I'm doing right now. You could go savory with it. I do have the wonton skins actually underneath a moist tea towel, which should keep them from drying out. We'll slide that over, and actually I'll pull out some of those wonton skins, and we're going to basically kind of try to do several at a time. And I've actually got a cookie cutter here, a ring cutter, that will basically work perfectly for this. So then we're just going to kind of go down on that, and then see if we can, I may need to actually use the knife too, which is fine. Just kind of go around it. Now, one thing you can do also is all the scrap pieces. Save those. You can use them for, you can put them in soups, or possibly even fry them up and some cinnamon sugar on them for a little snack. So we'll start with these here. We're going to take that wonton skin. See if I can get it where you can actually see. And we're just going to kind of put it in here. And then what we're going to do is try to basically make sure we don't get any air pockets in the bottom. And then anywhere it overlaps, we're going to press down to try to flatten that as much as possible and keep it from billowing too much in one area. And this is my first one, so I'm not going to be perfect in it, but I'm sure, you know, the more you do it, the better that, you know, they'll turn out. I'm going to take another one and do that again. We're going to go in the center, we're going to push down, and then we're going to basically flatten those sides out. We're going to push down to the bottom to try to make sure there's no air pockets down there. Let's turn that this way. That way it kind of keeps the same height around everything, so when we go to fill it. Okay. I'm going to do one more, and then we'll kind of pause for a second, and I'll finish it up and then come back. So we're going to pause. Pause this and come back. Okay, now that we've got the wonton cups actually in the tin, so you can see right here they've all basically been put into the tin. We're going to bake that in the oven at 360, and that's going to bake for, I believe it was 5 minutes. Let's see. Yep, for approximately 5 minutes or until golden brown. So we're going to pop these in the oven and we'll be back. Keep an eye on that. Now the other wontons. This is, that's the wonton shells, and we're basically now going to kind of pull these out and just let them cool off. And if you don't use them right away, you can store them in an airtight bag on your counter in your pantry for 24 hours. Pull these out and they come out nice and easy. Okay, now we're actually going to work on the grape jelly drizzle, which we're just going to basically kind of see about heating up some grape jelly to kind of break down the sugars a little bit. So we're just going to kind of keep stirring this, trying to get it to almost thin out. It's more of it like a syrup. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to pull that off. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the peanut butter mousse with grape jelly drizzle in our wontons. I've already went through and put the mousse from yesterday into a piping bag. I've got the grape jelly here that I'll be able to put on top. But we're going to leave that in there so it doesn't get everywhere until we actually go through and start to and that way it doesn't get everywhere until we actually need it. So then I've got a cute little plate here we're going to use. I'm going to basically put 1 cup in each of the wells. I've got a star tip on the actual mousse. Kind of work that a little bit, and then we're going to just basically twist it, and then we're going to pipe it in. Hold it, pull up, twist around, pull up, up. Okay. I'm going to grab my kitchen shears, and then we're basically going to take this, and this is going to be quite fun. So let me real quick, grab a container. This is thinner, so once we actually cut it, it's probably going to go everywhere. But we're going to clip that in, probably just at the very edge. I don't want a lot coming out of it. Set that in there like that, and then we have peanut butter mousse in a wonton cup with a with a grape drizzle.